welcome back to my channel. So I hope you guys are doing good. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Myra and I like to make videos about mom life and just young mom life and family and just a little bit of everything in between. So welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Why do I feel like you guys are so far away? Okay, I moved you guys down a little bit. Don't mind my steering wheel. I really hope my engine isn't too loud. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. As you guys can tell by the title, today I am going to talk about the pregnancy symptoms that I had before I found out that I was pregnant. So this will be between weeks 1 to, in my case, 6, 7. My current pregnancy, I actually found out I was pregnant not until I was like 7 weeks already. So it's kind of wild. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the difference in each pregnancy, what I felt during each pregnancy, because this is my third, as you guys know, if you guys saw my recent video. If not, you guys could go back and check it out. It is what is on my registry as a third-time mom. And like newborn essentials. So with that being said, I'm going to talk about, like I said, pregnancy symptoms. When we find out we're pregnant, obviously we take a test for a reason, right? It's because our bodies feel a little weird, we feel a little different, and that's why you take a pregnancy test. Starting with my very first pregnancy, which was almost 5 years, ago, almost 6 years ago, which is crazy. My son's about to be 5 years old, oh my god. But I was 18 years old. I had just turned 18. I was in beauty school at the moment, and me and Leo, we were a little on and off. Our relationship was a little rocky back then. We were really young, so we were kind of on and off. But it's actually funny because we had broken up for literally for teenage breakups for 3 days. But within those 3 days, I noticed where's my period? Like, girl, where are you? I hadn't got my period, and I was like, okay. And as a teenager, that's one thing for sure. My period was 100% always on time. It was never late, it was never irregular. I never had to struggle with anything like that. So the fact that I didn't get my period was a huge red flag. I was like, okay, like something's up. What's going on? What's happening? Second symptom I had within my first pregnancy was that I was super hormonal, because I remember that the same week, a few days before I found out, I had got my eyelashes done, eyelash extensions. It was the first time I ever got them done. Horrible experience, by the way. They literally lasted a week. And because I didn't know I was pregnant yet, but I was super emotional. I remember I was crying all the time, and I remember because I remember my eyelashes were fell off within a week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I spent $130 and they're all off already. But then when I realized, wait, why am I so emotional for? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't got my period. Put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, okay, maybe I should go get a test. And it's actually kind of a funny story, because when I went to go get the test, I actually planned on getting a haircut that day, and I kind of made it like a joke, but I played myself, because I was like, well, if I am pregnant, my hair's gonna grow back anyways. And little did I know I was pregnant. So for my second pregnancy, a lot of you guys know we were actually trying to get pregnant. So it was kind of easier to test because we were trying. It didn't take that long. It took 3 months before I got pregnant, because I had a IUD in. I had to go get that removed, obviously. And then we started trying for baby number 2. And so I remember I started getting a little discouraged, because I was a heavy recreational marijuana user, and sometimes they say that if you smoke a lot of weed, your chances of getting pregnant are a lot lower. You know, so I was kind of like stuck in my head with that. What if I take longer to get pregnant or something? Or if like, I was just kind of like worried, but obviously I didn't have nothing to worry about, thank God. I took a few tests and they were come out negative, so I was kind of like, you know what, I'm stressing about it too much. I kind of just have to let it happen. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop stressing over it, like whatever. And sure enough, one day I remember we got canes for dinner, and I love canes. It's like my favorite thing. And after I ate it, I felt so nauseous. And I was like, why do I feel so sick? Like the chicken must not have been cooked. So I took another pregnancy test. And I actually took it right before Leo left to work one morning. I woke up early with him and I took the test and it came out positive. I felt so sick after eating canes, and I love canes. So that was another symptom that I had. And at that time, I think I was about 6 weeks pregnant when I found out that I was pregnant. I was like probably like 6 weeks. So that was like how I found out. That was another symptom, that things that I normally liked eating started making me nauseous, and so it led me to take a test, and sure enough I was pregnant. So I'm gonna start heading inside and then we'll go on to pregnancy and symptoms number 3. Okay, so I just left the doctor's, but I really want to finish filming this video, so I'm just gonna go right on to pregnancy number 3 and the symptoms I had. So for this my current pregnancy right now, currently I'm 25 weeks, just to let you guys know, so you guys get an idea of how far along I am. 25 weeks. I'm 6 months, which is about like 6 months pregnant. So we were not planning on having a baby. She was a total surprise, but I'm going to tell you guys what happened. Ooh, that car almost hit that other car. What are you doing, sir? Back to what I was saying. I got my IUD removed back in November, I believe, because I think it was like around Thanksgiving time. Not because I was trying to get pregnant, I want to make that very clear. I was just so tired of being on birth control. It was uncomfortable. There's a lot of TMI when it comes to this. One of those mainly being that every time me and Leo were intimate, it hurt every time. And I was so over it, and like it wasn't even just that, it was like a whole list of problems. So I was like, you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm gonna get it removed, which I did. I got it removed, and then my plan originally was actually to get my tubes tied. But then I was thinking about it for weeks, and I was like, you know what, I still want one more baby, but maybe in like 7 years. So then I was like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna just get on the pill or something. So I was thinking about getting on the pill, but at the same time I was kind of like, you know what, there's so many girls that never like get on birth control and they're fine. Like, we'll just be careful, we'll use condoms, you know what I mean, like we'll be super careful. Let this be a lesson to all you young girls that you can never be too careful unless you're on freaking birth control. And even then sometimes you end up pregnant, I hear. So I'm over here, it's like months are going by and me and Leo continue living, everything's all good. And I finally start feeling like myself again, right? I'm like, finally, I'm not like a psychopath anymore with all the hormones, and you know, I feel better, and physically and like mentally, like I feel like me again. And then comes the end of February, and then all of a sudden I notice that like I start to feel super tired all the time. And I'm like, okay, like I used to have anemia. So that was the first thing that popped into my head was, oh my gosh, what if I'm like anemic or something again? Because why am I so tired all the time? I could not depend on my period at this point because I was breastfeeding. I was still breastfeeding. And I breastfed my daughter for over 1.5 years. So that's a long time. So that being said, like when you breastfeed, a lot of the times you don't even get your period, which I didn't until I got off birth control. And I got my period finally in January. So I get my period in January. It's like normal-ish, it's very light, it's not like how it used to be. I used to have a very heavy period. And then February comes, and then like I'm still getting used to it, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm just not gonna get it again or like what's going on. But I wasn't getting my period, and I started feeling super tired. But because I knew like, okay, because I'm still breastfeeding on and off, like I was still breastfeeding, I was like, I'm not really worried that I don't have my period. Do you guys know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So to me it was kind of normal that like I wasn't really getting my period a lot. So that was not a big red flag to me at all. So I just continue living my life and I'm just like going with the flow. I was just like doing my thing, and I would get like little like symptoms here and there. Like, well, for one, I was so freaking tired. And then started getting like little cramps here and there, but I wasn't getting my period. So that was kind of weird to me. I was like, why am I getting these cramps? Another symptom that happened to me before I took the test was that I started getting nauseous. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know if I ate something that made me sick or like what. But I remember like a few weeks before I found out, we had went to go eat sushi. And during this time, I had actually fractured my pinky toe. So I remember I was like wearing like that weird foot brace. I was in a crutch. I had to carry crutches. And I remember we went to go eat sushi one day, and I ate so much sushi, you guys. Like, I went freaking ham with the sushi. Like, I was like, you know, whatever. Like, I got the munchies. I really wanted sushi. So I wasn't really thinking much of it. But then I felt really sick after. Like, I felt super nauseous. And then like the next few days, like I just like felt nauseous like every day. I was like, what the heck? Like, why do I feel so sick? Like, sushi's never been a problem for me. And I was just so confused. And then that on top of me being super tired, I was like, okay, like something's kind of off. But like I said, we were not planning on getting pregnant, so it wasn't exactly the first thing on my mind. I was kind of just like, maybe I got food poisoning or something, like, you know. So I was literally just like putting it off, like, no, like I can't be pregnant, there's no way, blah blah blah. And then one day it just clicked to me, and I forgot who said, oh, I was actually watching a video of the Ace family, and Catherine was taking a pregnancy test, and she started talking about like how she was gonna take a pregnancy test. And I don't know why, something just clicked in my head, like, girl, download your freaking period tracker and see how many weeks late you are. Like, what the hell is going on? So that's exactly what I did. Like, I literally stopped watching the video, and I was like, okay, like this is kind of weird. Like, I feel like I should get my period. Like, I should have already got it if like, you know, I got off my IUD and I'm not breastfeeding as often. Like, I feel like I should have it already. So I downloaded the app, and tell me why I was like 3 weeks late for my period. And I was like, oh my god. So then I started kind of freaking out, and I did not tell anyone. I didn't call Leo, I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell anyone. I just went on Instacart and I ordered a pregnancy test. So I want to say the pregnancy test got to my house within like an hour and a half. So I didn't say anything to the kids. Like, I acted completely normal. I was freaking out inside. And then the pregnancy test finally got here, and sure enough, it came out positive. And I was so shook. I was like, what? Like, holy cow, how did this happen? I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like, I was just like in shock because I wasn't expecting it. And so yeah, that is the other few symptoms I had for my last pregnancy. So it's kind of funny, each pregnancy, they're all kind of different, but at the same time a little bit of each. So with this last one, I had like the worst symptoms, to be honest. This last pregnancy has been kicking my ass with symptoms, but now I'm finally feeling a lot better. But yeah, so for the first few symptoms for this pregnancy, I was very tired. Like, I was falling asleep in the middle of the day, which I don't do. I don't take naps. I was nauseous, once again, after things that I really enjoy. and I started getting like little cramps here and there, and I didn't get my period. So I had 4 different symptoms in this last one that really stood out to me, where I was like, okay, maybe I need to take a test. So just remember, every pregnancy is different. Everyone experiences things different. Some girls are so lucky, I hear they don't even get nauseous. They feel fine. Their energy is awesome. Some of us are not so lucky. Some of us get really tired. So I just want to point that out, that everyone is different. But for me, at least, the main symptoms: my first pregnancy was a late period. My second pregnancy was the food that I liked was actually making me nauseous. And for this third pregnancy, I was tired, I was nauseous, I had a late period, and I had some cramps. So if you guys are thinking of trying to get pregnant, or you think you may be pregnant and you're feeling any of these symptoms, I highly recommend you go get yourself a pregnancy test, my girl. You might be pregnant. Or it might be some other things, I don't know. But that was at least my experience for me. So yeah. Okay guys, so I am finally picking up my kids, so I'm gonna have to end the video here. But if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you are wishing for baby dust, or if you are wishing for no baby dust. I want to know if you made it this far into the video. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.